Hello again, everybody. Well, this is another new box subscription. It is Book of the Month. I decided to cancel the Bookishly one, which is Classic of the Month, and I changed it to this one because classics are too difficult to read, I guess. So this one, it starts at your first book. You can choose any book out of their entire library for $5. And then you can choose depending on your plan. It goes from like $15 to like $18 a month for one hardback. So it's definitely discounted. It's like the cheapest book subscription box. I do wish like it had an offer to like come with like a coffee or tea, but it is just the book so far. So let's see the first book that I chose. And it's not wrapped or anything. They just send you the book. So this one that I chose, let's start out with let's see what we get here. So Fiction Forward Book of the Month. It is the best new fiction 12 times a year, every 28 to 31 days, usually in the morning, sometimes closer to midday. Welcome to the club. I don't know what that means. Usually in the morning, sometimes closer to midday. Okay. It says our mission is to bring the best new fiction forward, celebrating and championing emerging authors and the distinctively fresh work they are uniquely capable of writing. So the majority of them are fiction. So reading a lot of books isn't what sets us apart. Selecting just a few of them each month does. So editors pick out the best books, their like most favorite books, between 5 and 7 of them a month, and then you get to choose which one you want for that book for that month. Each selection is carefully chosen by the Book of the Month editorial team, a talented and passionate group of people who love fiction and read it like it's their job, because it is. So, the books you've been looking for, the books you haven't been looking for. That's what that says. We work hard to bring you a mix of books likely to be in your sweet spot, as well as intriguing outliers to tempt you into venturing further afield. We're not afraid of any genre or books that defy genres. We just look for good books and send them your way. So this is a century-ish of the best new fiction. So in December of 1926, it was The Sun Also Rises. February of 37, Of Mice and Men. 1940, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. 1951 was Catcher in the Rye. June of 1952, Invisible Man. January 1966, In Cold Blood. September of 77, Song of Solomon. That was also a movie. May of 1986, A Perfect Spy. September of 2016, A Gentleman in Moscow. February 2017, Pachinko. February 2018, An American Marriage. January 2019, The Silent Patient. September of 2020 was Transcendent Kingdom. 22, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. October 2023, Wellness. And June 24 was The Lion, Women of Tehran. So these are the Book of the Year winners. And they like rank their own options. And we get to vote on it every year. So this is what it was. It goes back to 2016. Last year, it was The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. And it says, we built Book of the Month for the avid and the occasional, and our goal is to be friends for a long time. If a month doesn't catch your eye, no problem, just press skip. And in praise of nonfiction. We seek to inspire and shape a more curious and thoughtful culture. We believe reading fiction makes for better, more interesting people. And we're pleased as punch to have you as a member. From the bottom of your book-loving hearts, we're glad you're here. And that is it. It says new since 1926. So again, it says that it's fiction forward. However, the book that I picked this month for myself was a nonfiction book. It is Killers of the Flower Moon. And this is also a movie. It's about the Osage murders and the birth of the FBI. This is by David Gran. And here's a little bit about the book. In the 1920s, the richest people per capita in the world were members of the Osage Indian Nation in Oklahoma. After oil was discovered beneath their land, they rode in chauffeured automobiles, built mansions, and sent their children to study in Europe. Then, one by one, the Osage began to be killed off. The family of an Osage woman, Molly Burkhart, became a prime target. Her relatives were shot and poisoned, and it was just the beginning as more and more members of the tribe began to die under suspicious circumstances. In this last remnant of the Wild West, where oil men such as J.P. Getty made their fortunes and where desperados such as Al Spencer, the Phantom Terror, roamed, many of those who dared to investigate the killings were themselves murdered. As the death toll climbed to more than 24, the relatively new FBI took over. It was one of the organization's first major homicide cases, but the Bureau badly bungled the investigation. In desperation, the young director J. Edgar Hoover turned to a former Texas Ranger named Tom White to unravel the mystery. White put together an undercover team, including an American Indian agent in the Bureau. Together, with the Osage, they began to expose one of the most chilling conspiracies in American history. So that is what this book is about. I got to choose this book for $5. It is my first choice, and you can too. Right now, they are doing first book $5. So you get to choose one of like the entire collection. It does not have to be a book that they were offering to this month. So you can choose it, any book that you want. I go check it out, bookofthemonth.com, and let me know what you decide to get yourself. All right, talk to you later. Bye.